Sandra seems to be as stiff as usual.
Yes?
The Seekers.
Can you tell me more about the Seekers?
The Seekers of Truth were born from the original Inquisition long ago.
Ah!
United with the Chantry. Seekers stood above the Templars, watching over them but also investigating magical events they couldn't handle. We were meant to be incorruptible, above reproach. How seldom does reality match the ideal?
Yeah, good point. Reality always tends to never completely go along with an idea.
But what are Seekers exactly?
Those who know anything of us think we are Templars. We do not use lyrium, however. Our abilities are different, as was our original purpose. We disciplined the Templars and were accountable only to the divine, and not even her, truthfully.
Then who... So you led the Templars.
So the Seekers commanded the Templars?
No, the Order didn't assume command until after the rebellion.
Ah!
The Templars have always feared us. When a Seeker arrived at a circle, they knew trouble was afoot.
Sort
That
of
kind of power is
super
trouble.
agents.
You begin to think you are the only one who can solve the world's problems. If you don't see a problem, it doesn't exist. If someone insists it does, they are the blind ones.
Could that be fixed?
You think that kind of problem could ever be fixed?
Possibly. Though the Seekers themselves would need to change. They were clearly not willing to, even though they abandoned everything they stood for to avoid it. In my heart, I believe they can still be salvaged, but not by their own hands.
So... I don't think I asked this before.
You mentioned that Seekers have different abilities than Templars.
Entirely. A Templar's abilities come from lyrium and are designed to hunt mages.
Yours
Ours
don't?
come from ritual and many years of dedicated training. We cannot be possessed by demons and are immune to mind control. Useful considering our role.
Seems
Seekers
like a
can
smart
gain
thing
other
to do,
gifts,
yeah.
though that depends on the individual.
What are your gifts?
What kind of gifts do you have?
I can set the lyrium within a person's blood aflame. Both mages and Templars bend before my will.
Good to know!
Seekers use it to interrogate. Others simply to paralyze. Once there was a Seeker who could use it to kill. That particular gift is considered rare.
Good to know that you can do that. I know that I'm pretty much screwed if I really piss her off. Why did the Seekers rebel?
Why did your order turn against the Chantry?
We originally united with the Chantry through a treaty that stated they would keep mages under control. It was felt Most Holy had tacitly allowed the Circle of Magi to vote on its independence, thus breaking the treaty. The Seekers saw themselves as justified, and they led the Templars into a war of righteousness.
Doesn't everybody say that?
You sound like you disagree.
We knew what was happening at Kirkwall, where the Mage Rebellion began. We looked into reports of Knight Commander Meredith's harsh treatment of her charges years earlier. But we found so many shocking cases of magical corruption, it was decided her actions were justified.
What?
If we'd been there when it happened, if we'd looked harder at the root causes.
She does seem to care a lot.
You seem to care a great deal about it.
Too much, if you ask the rest of my order. When faced with a problem, the Seekers would close ranks and crush it. We would find an answer, but only once we felt we weren't being coerced. The moment the mages voted for independence, our response was predictable. It was difficult to watch.
How do you become a Seeker? Yeah, I doubt it's the same as a Templar thing.
How does
You just
someone
say, I want to
become
be! Okay.
Most Seekers begin training in their youth. I was much older, an exception due to my noble birth. We train
Small
rigorously
advantage
for
then.
years. Our bodies and minds must be elastic to undergo the vigil, and most fail even then.
What's the vigil?
Is the vigil some kind of initiation?
It is the rite every Seeker must go through in order to summon their gifts. A full year of fasting, prayer, and separation from all distractions, including other people. We empty
Oh, that sounds
ourselves of
just
all
great!
focusing only on the
Sounds like a
pure
combination
good of
between
our
the Ramadan and
And
being
the
a
moment it
nerd.
finally ends. It's wonderful. Faith realized. I cannot put it into words.
It does sound quite impressive, though.
I wish I could experience that.
If the vigil was not so arduous, I'd say more should attempt it. What if mages never needed to fear possession by demons? I'm told it is impossible, however. I suppose I'll never know the truth of it now.
True.
I've no more questions.
Let's see. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Varric, Liliana, Sarah, Solus, Vivienne, and Josephine. Alright. Whoa. Can I actually really go there? Oh, now I'm curious. I never checked this out before, but now I'm gonna. Actually, first there's something else I gotta do. That's Varric, Solus, Vivienne. Let's begin with armor. Is there anything she can actually use? Oh, that's what she has equipped on her head. I don't think she's going to enjoy wearing that, but it is better. Although there is... Okay, so not an option really. Alright, Sarah then. She actually wears something that's way better than everything else. Impressive. Okay, when it comes to weapons though, I think I might have something a little better. Or maybe not. Okay. So, not better. What about accessories? I don't only wear... Oh, whoa. I wasn't actually done. Why did I do that? I should check Vivienne on her weapons. That is better, and just slightly. I guess that wouldn't be too bad to do. Besides, the pretentious thing suits her. That's pretty much that. I still don't exactly... Okay, so I can't really... Attributes, tactics... Okay. Okay, so it's very simplified. They really just want you... But great that I was doing that, but I was actually planning to check up on... Wait, Sarah. 6 points to spend. Well, she's already skilled in the bow, so might as well get to it. We'll start with a first blood. Keep it there. I'll go for that. Apply. We'll give her some poison skills too. Stealth to begin with. Wait, that's not this. We'll learn her some poison tricks. She hasn't learned much yet, but we just got started, so. Okay, so that's Sarah. Now Vivienne. We'll learn her some fire things, beginning with Immolate and Flash Fire. Do a little bit of that. Cooldown time. Apply. A bit of spirit stuff wouldn't hurt, though I'll go for a bit more peaceful aura. And there we go. And that was that. Easy.
Good day to you.
Let's see when it
You'll have what you need.
sturdy enchanter armor. Oh yeah. I was busy with that. Okay. I think I'll go with Serpent Stone. I'll go with Samite. Ram leather. Craft item. Blocking freezing enchanter code. So this is
Good. Your quartermaster's keeping this place running.
I'll pass on your thanks, Master Harold.
apprentice staff, ragged spiked staff grip. Disciple staff blade, Bianca aiming, yeah, that's all that.
Need something? Let me know.
Modify armor. I can wear this, right? It is definitely better.
Another top.
No upgrades available for this item. Can I
Need something? Let me know.
craft upgrades? Doesn't appear to be. I can sell whatever I have with me right now. That's this. It's really the only thing you can buy here. I need a better helmet. I never actually checked this shack. There's nothing in here, and sorry, but my head felt a bit weird for a moment. Where does this lead to? That's a couple of... That's iron. Let's grab the iron first. Still, third visit here, and I'm still finding things. Guess it's not going to be any fishing today. But I did finally find what I was looking for. The elf fruit. That was it. That's what it was all about. And I see more. I don't understand though that this place, Haven, will not be your main base of operations. I do understand you're later down the line are going to get the Skyhold, which is like actually, well, sort of a fortress. Which is more necessary I mean, in the first game you had a camp. Second game, they please leveled it up to a house later down the line. Majority of the game though. And then they decided to go even... So they should amp it even up with this time having a fortress. They are gonna do that, right? The Skyhold isn't something they've been, you know, amping up to and just saying, nope, we took it out at the last second. I will kill BioWare if they did that. Where does this lead to? Oh, it's the valley. Let's see what's around here. It says I'm detecting... Oh, look. The Penitent's Crossing. That is a lot of dead bodies. You guys do understand that leaving dead bodies near a magic thing is usually not a good thing. Okay, so that's pretty much that. Let's get out of here. I could still give Vivian that armor. It is better. And to be honest, no matter what, they are supposed to wear the best that there is, instead of what they want to wear. Even though the Enchanter Goat does have upgrades, actually. Now she still wears that. I'm gonna check if any of them can get upgrades for that. Yeah, she is wearing that. Just a question, why does it look so purpley? The outfit that I'm wearing, that is. It's nice though you can definitely see him still wearing the original fancy clothing under it. Fine by me though. It doesn't really look like robes. And that's nice. Why would it have to look like robes? Make it look like a coat. Okay. So I absolutely have nothing that can be... Oh, wait. I'm not doing this. Apprentice coat. Okay, so that's how that is. So they all have that equipped. Back. So that's how this works. Wait, do they all equip that? No upgrades available for this item.
You
Do I
need
get...
something? Let me know.
Can I buy upgrades later down the line, though?
Travel safely.
Anyway, besides that, who are these ladies? They definitely don't wear the kind of things you expect women around this area would wear.
We've got scattered reports of Tevinter sightings in the hinterlands.
Mages?
You think they might be connected to the attack on the Conclave?
Assumption Scout Palain. No Circle Mage has ever caused anything like the breach.
Fair point.
Okay. Let's see if the other guys, the others have some things to talk
Master
about.
Harry said we weren't to sell Inquisition blades. What Harry doesn't know.
So how are you guys doing? How are you guys
A
doing?
while since I built one of these. Prayed to the Maker that I'd never have to build another.
I guess the Maker paid you as much attention as he pays everyone else.
Don't talk like that, boy. I lived through the siege of Denardon by the Maker's grace. We're doing the Maker's work in the Inquisition. If we get out of a hard fight alive, we'll thank him kindly for it.
That guy's just standing there. The mine seems to be still closed off. Alright then. Okay, that was
I
weird.
don't know. Master Harriet's hammers are good.
Alright, let's see. Does this guy sell any sort of other schematics? Whatever. Only Bianca stuff.
Those are the forging tools of an apprentice. Wouldn't I like to use the hammer of a master?
Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written.
So, Varric, can I still talk to you about things?
Need something?
Tell me about Red Lyrium. I never asked about that, actually.
The red lyrium we found at the temple seemed to upset you. My brother Bartrand and I sort of discovered red lyrium during an expedition in the deep roads.
That didn't go well
We
for them.
located an ancient Tig, so old it barely looked dwarven. There was this idol there made of it. Bartrand brought it back to the surface, and, well, everything's gone downhill from there.
How?
So what is it? Just another kind of lyrium?
Yeah, that kind of makes you go crazy.
It's lyrium like a dragon is a lizard. It's not just a different color. It has a whole host of weirdness all its own. I've written to every mining cast house in Orzammar. No one's seen this stuff before or knows where it came from.
So it's new. And it's bad.
What makes it special?
Regular lyrium can mess you up pretty badly, but you have to ingest it for that to happen.
Red lyrium is much more volatile.
Your mind when you're just near the stuff. You hear singing, get violent, paranoid, and then it does creepy shit. Makes things float, brings statues to life. It also turned Kirkwall's Knight Commander to lyrium. Everyone's been kept at least 100 paces from it since.
Then why was it in the temple?
How did the red lyrium get in the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
I don't know. So as far as I knew, the only piece to make it to the surface was destroyed. And the location of the Tig it came from is a secret. Did someone find more of it in the deep roads? That's not a cheery thought.
Nope.
I think that's enough on red lyrium.
Yeah, not really my favorite subject.
Look, I was curious. I never really figured out what the stuff was. This leads to Sarah, and Solus's moral is further ahead. She's in the tavern. Of course she is.
Got the door again, Flisser. Don't know how it keeps breaking.
Oh, you know how clumsy soldiers can be. Are you sure you won't stay for a drink?
Well, maybe just for a bit.
Yes. Oh, Mike, are you him? You were the Herald of Andraste.
And
You were sent to show us we were wrong to be afraid of the mages. I have always respected magic. I think the Maker blessed your rebellion, and... I mean, I'm Flisser. Can I get you a drink?
relax, Flissa.
It's all right, Flisser. I won't do anything frightening.
If you wanted to close the breach, I wouldn't mind. As I said,
I'll try
I'm
to.
Flisser. The Inquisition soldiers needed a place to unwind, so Leliana brought me in to set up a tavern. Nothing fancy, but it's safer for the soldiers than looking for trouble in some village.
So, how do you know her?
You said Leliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Some luck, maybe. I managed an inn back in Denner Inn. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can I find in Haven?
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harrit is the Inquisition smith.
Ah, that's what I
Whatever he
already
can
knew.
make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segris. His prices aren't too high. Yes? Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
I know them all. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Goodbye.
We've got a bard, we got the bartender. This inn has got everything. She wears some flashy clothes when she's in the tavern.
So, this is it, huh? Oh no, it's fine, yeah? It's just, I thought it'd be bigger.
Eh.
Hear that? I meant the stronghold, but it sounded like... Well, it's funny, right? Anyway, stopping wars should earn more sovereigns than this. Need things back to normal for coins to be flowing again. Another reason the Templars and mages need to be sat down.
There's more going on, that's for sure.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that.
Point
well,
taken.
I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're
Agreed.
too busy to look up where the real questions are.
We'll help them all see. I think it should be easy.
That's why we're here. To help guide everyone back from the brink.
The religious ones tell you that. That's important, right? But don't make it all about that. Seems like believing too hard is what got everyone here. And here is stupid and smells of horse. Really, what everyone needs is to get everything back to normal and proper and profitable. Sound good to you, all chosen Lord Herald?
Use things will succeed. Sounds good to me.
I'm ready to give it a shot. That's all I can ask from anyone else.
I'm in. It's an investment, yeah? Better pay off, too. Stupid war and everything. I had things to do.
I believe that. She wears quite an outfit for someone who... Okay, so... Tell me anything else.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
You could just say... Wow, you could just send them away already. Any opinions about
What do
Orella?
you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
Let's start with Solus.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Varric?
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Nope. Vivienne?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Cassandra?
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
My advisors?
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And colour. I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
That's good for now.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
I should have expected Sarah to show up in the tavern, of course. That's the kind of place you expect her to be. No offense to her.
We have new verses in the Chant of Light now for the Herald of Andraste, telling what he did.
It's far too soon to consider anything like that.
I was talking with a friend who said there used to be a verse about an elf in the Chant of Light.
No, that's not true. I'm sorry. But that doesn't mean the Maker loves you any less.
There was, but they took it out. I know this for a fact. Hey Solus, how's things going?
As I explored the Fade, I felt the presence of an intriguing artifact in the hinterlands. If you are willing, I would like to locate it. I have marked its location as best I could determine.
Tell me about
I'd
yourself.
like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
I respect you. I got quite a bit of respect for this guy.
You're an apostate. Yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
He's still
I'm
a bit...
sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Why study the
What
Fade?
made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Whoa.
Its spirits tried to tempt you.
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
Clearly, you woke up.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
That would be hard to eat.
Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
2 reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interesting.
Is that why you're here?
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If
True
our
that.
enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
I hope that works.
I wish you luck.
Thank you. In truth, I've enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the Fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
Ah. Where have you studied?
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the Fade. Dream in ancient ruins, you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers. The best of
Okay.
battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Which ones? Any I've seen?
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn
Oh.
and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
Oh, this I gotta hear. I've seen that, but I want to hear it from a
I've heard the story.
spectator
It'd
view.
be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
Ah. Do you work with anyone?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships.
You have?
Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient
Ah.
knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
Wisdom and purpose.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter.
They become demons.
Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
Those are demon names.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
That's actually pretty cool.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try.
So is
My
he a
friends
dreamer?
comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
Well, you have a point. Spirits are minds of their own.
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
I'm actually gonna check something for a better staff. I think I could craft a better one than I have right now, and this thing just looks like I've harpooned, to be honest. Like I said, Haven isn't gonna remain like this. From what I understand, though, I'm gonna turn into, and we'll get Skyhold at some point.
Good day to you.
Said to check with you to make sure these are safe to...
An apprentice staff. Wait, what? How much damage does my current weapon do? 41. Still better, I'm afraid. I'm gonna have to keep it. And since I can't upgrade this thing, there's no point to changing it.
Good luck sealing those rings.
Thanks, I'm gonna need it. Alright. So there's no new stuff to find here. Let's see if we can have some more talks with people. And the requisition. Might be smart to talk to
Have you seen
friend.
Enchanter Vivienne? That picture of what a circle mage should be.
She looks like a noble. It's arrogant.
It is not arrogant to be unafraid.
True that. I thought she was just a stuck-up bitch myself.
Nice work with those supplies. The smiths can use them to fit our troops with better gear. Might not affect you much, but our recruits will have better chances next time some monster flies out of a rift.
Otherwise,
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
okay.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Inspect requisitions. Okay. So it's still
Thanks
only
for
that.
checking anyway.
Hey, Liliana, how are things going?
I'm listening.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Let's talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you! I don't see anybody else.
Bards tell tales. I bet you tell some good ones.
There are plenty of tales in the library. Perhaps you should look for them there.
And your past?
What did you do before you worked for the Divine?
I was a bard, a Norwegian spy for many years. For a time I also served a small cloister in Lothering. After the Blight, the Divine called on me to oversee her personal network.
I'd like to be a bard.
Can you teach me to be a bard?
Being a bard is so much more than being a spy. It involves a keen understanding of politics.
Ah.
The ebb and flow of influence. The great game. The Bards is an intricate dance where a smile can be sharper than any dagger. The best way to learn is to immerse yourself in it.
Oh, I can
Perhaps
immerse
when it's
myself
all
just
over,
fine.
I'll teach you.
Okay.
I should leave you to your work.
We can always talk later.
That's probably back to Sola or Sarah. Yeah, that's... Oh. When I'm gonna enter the chantry, apparently something's gonna happen.